What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of this fun and always entertaining show that we like to go through all the random shit that we always enjoy. Maybe not. I am Roggle, here with our fat bottom girl, Sig.
I'll take you home, too.
How things been going? Things good? Things enjoyable?
No, I've been sick the last week.
Well, it sucks when you have infested little ones that bring home everything from school.
No, that's even the funniest part, though. Nobody else was sick. Fucking just got sick.
Well,
You know how pissed off I was sick, and then my kids were sick.
so if they're not sick, you're mad. Yeah, I'm happy when they're not sick. I hate when they're sick. My kids get sick.
I hate when they're sick, but I hate when, like, at least, like, if one of them gets sick, then we're like, okay, the next month, everyone's sick. That's fine. But then when it's me who does not get sick, hardly ever, and I get sick, I'm like, all right, I don't fucking leave this house. Who brought this shit home? Was it you? Was it my wife? Or was it you, my daughter? Who fucking got me sick?
From your door dashing.
I have no contact with people, okay?
Somebody has to put the stuff in the bag.
Look, your semantics and facts need to shut the fuck up.
The food just doesn't jump in the bag and close itself.
You've never seen Taco Bell.
Oh, I've seen plenty of Taco Bell. Side note, they're building a Taco Bell up the street from us, and I'm extremely excited about it. But to move on to more pressing issues, other than Taco Bell is moving up the street or being built up the street, not moving.
Let's wait 1 month's time. You're gonna see it in its cheeks and its face.
You have no idea. I love Taco Bell. In this household, it's not really encouraged to go to Taco Bell, but
why? Because it's the same assortment of ingredients, just put in different. It's called Mexican food, even though it's nowhere near.
Don't say it too loud. I don't want anybody to come down and get me.
It's not even close.
It's not Mexican food. It's not even that. It's not even close. But
That'll get to
our fast food rants. There have been a lot of movies that have came out recently, but there's a big one that we have talked about and one that we both wanted to kind of throw some ideas back and forth, just discuss with Avatar 2. Now that you finally made it to a movie theater somewhere within your lifetime to watch something. It's not Redbox or anything else.
Nope. Interrupted you.
So I think with us boasting Avatar 2 is one that we can both talk about because it's been a movie that I've been waiting to see, and I don't know if it's one that you were really excited to see, but I know when we talked about it, you were excited to go see it. And it's been what? 17. Okay, so I think it was like 10 years. So really 5 years. And then also 3, 4, and 5 are already shot, I believe.
Oh, sorry, not 17 years. Avatar 1 came out in 2009.
Okay.
14 years. Okay. 13 years, technically. 13.
So I was close with that. Yeah. Closer with 10 years. All right. Anyways, and also 3, 4, and 5 are already shot, correct? I believe they've already.
I don't remember if they are. I believe it's fully shot, and they're just in the production side of the house now because it's set to come out December 2024.
Yeah.
Which
so it's supposed to be the next 3 years. They're supposed to start releasing them.
Yeah. So you have this December 20th for Avatar 3. December 18th, 2026 is Avatar 4.
Oh, so they're okay. So we're gonna skip. Okay.
And then December 22nd, 2028 is Avatar 5.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
there's no rumor of Avatar 6. I think 5 is supposed to be the end of it.
Well, yeah, because you're only going to be able to do the 4 elements and then the culmination. It's pretty much what it's going to be because they've already teased fire in the next one.
I know, but like, you know why? So there's two avatars, okay? So there's Avatar: The Last Airbender, and there's Avatar: James Cameron. But do you know why it's called Avatar: The Last Airbender? Because fucking James Cameron owns the right to Avatar, so they couldn't call it Avatar. So they had to introduce the element. So when Way of the Water came out, everyone's like, "Oh fuck!" Now they can't name it Way of the Water or whatever with the other Avatar, the anime one. And everyone's giving it shit because how dare James Cameron introduce another element? It's supposed to be the next one's gonna be fire.
Yep. So then after that one, there'll be an Earth, and then the fifth one, you'll have Captain Planet. So after the
he's a hero,
your powers combined.
Sorry, that's really where my head went.
The first Avatar. What were your thoughts after seeing the first Avatar? Yes, it's been 13 years, however long.
So there's a difference for me because when Avatar first came out in 2009, I did not like it. I did not like the entire show. I didn't like the movie. I didn't like how it was produced. I didn't like any of it. Did I go and see it? Yes, but only because it was one of the first movies to come out in 3D, real 3D. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go see it for that. But then again, I was like, oh, this movie sucked. This is stupid. However, 13 years later, I rewatched it back in December 2022. And maybe the beginning of this year. I don't know when I saw Avatar 2 now. Questioning myself. Timeline. But anyways,
saw like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I've seen it recently, which means I saw Avatar, the first one, literally just like 4 or 5 days before that. But I've enjoyed watching Avatar now and looking back and watching all of it. I was like, oh my god, because now I physically know, or not physically, I technically know, whatever, all the shit behind scenes, like how long it took, why it took so long, blah, 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 blah. The semantic side of it was like, this movie's even greater now because I know all this and I have an appreciation for it. Mm-hmm. Back in 2009, I was a punk-ass 19-year-old who was in the service, doing stupid service people stuff, trying not to get married to a stripper so I can live off base. So,
whoa.
I'm in love with this. Yep. Oh. So I like Avatar now. Now, 13 years ago, no. I did not like the movie. I didn't like the franchise. I thought it'd be stupid. But now I'm excited to watch it. I truly like it. And I just think it's amazing. I like the first one. The story's amazing. So, but that leads into like the second one. Some issues I have with the second one.
So I will say I first saw Avatar. I enjoyed it, but I made fun of it very, very hard because it was a live action Ferngully. If you know what Ferngully is, it's a live action Ferngully.
Hey,
it was
who knows who Robin Williams is should know who Ferngully is.
It's very odd the whole way of Sigourney Weaver and her character. It was just the gigantic blue avatar characters running around against humans and the mechs, and it's extremely comparable to Ferngully. There's no songs, which Ferngully had great songs. Yeah, there was no good songs in Avatar. I'm not sure the soundtrack was decent, but regardless, I enjoyed it. But yes, I made fun of it hard. I watched it. I did watch it recently after I watched Avatar 2, and I will say Avatar 2, in my opinion, is way better than Avatar 1.
Oh, hands down. Hands down.
Now, it could be because of the time frame of what's available movie-wise, but the storyline is better. The acting even seemed better as well. But I do think that the way that it's going, it's only going to get better. I'm hoping to the third one, once the fire airbender is introduced, it's even better. So we'll see.
Is he a firebender or is he an airbender?
He's an Avatar bender. I don't know.
I like him. I mean, we talked about this not on podcast, but where you told me Avatar 2 is so much better. It is.
Mhm.
I agree. I think Avatar 2 is hands down significantly better, but at the same time, this is where like sequels get into a very dangerous territory because they have to be better than the first one. But again, James Cameron being James Cameron, the first one to me, like comparative wise, is very boring and slow. But again, it's because they're laying the groundwork for future movies to come out, and so we're kind of like how the MCU does it is here's the storyline, here's the arc, find more about
Here's
these
Captain America.
here's these three characters who
Okay,
are
as
going to be
fuck.
very prominent in all upcoming movies. Now, with that said, if you've seen Avatar 1, you know Sully. Sully? That's not his name, is it?
He's from Monsters Incorporated. Fucking Disney nerd over there.
Oh my god. No, I was thinking of Uncharted, by the way, when I said Sully, but no, Jake Sully. Yeah, I was still right. Jake Sully. Fucking asshole. I was right. Stupid bitch. I fucking hate you. But anyways. Hate you so
Mike
much.
Wazowski.
But I hate you. I can't even go on. But anyways, no, you had Jake Sully, who was kind of sort of the main character in the first one. I only say it that way because, like, then you also had the scientists, and then you also had, what's her name? I can't pronounce it. I'm not gonna be able to pronounce it. Neytiri, the main blue chick. I'm butchering.
No,
it.
the main Avatar.
Yeah. Now, Avatar, blue lady. Because
The
Avatar is
main
what Jake
blue.
Sully.
You're an Avatar.
It's fucking different, and you know it. But no, like, so you had Jake Sully, you had Neytiri, and you had the Colonel. And then you had the scientist lady. Here's the problem, though: is like their first one, you had 4 different story arcs all culminating together, and you're trying to figure out, okay, well, you know the good guy's gonna win. It's just gonna happen. And then when how they ended it with Jake Sully and Neytiri killing the Colonel. Cool, awesome. He deserved it. He's a piece of shit. The doctor lady died, as far as you could tell in Avatar, the first one. She died.
Spoiler alert.
The spoiler. The tree did not like transfer the soul over to the actual Avatar. So it was just one of those, like, the way they ended it, it was not perfect. It definitely was not. It left the biggest cliffhanger. But at the same time, when they brought Avatar 2, the like instant, I don't want to say beef, but the instant issue I had with it was, and thanks to my wife like spoiling half the fucking movie before we would go and see it, because she saw TikTok videos. She's like, I have to know this truth, so let me look it up. Did you know? No, shut up. I don't need to know about it. But like the doctor came back, but didn't really come back. Her body's now actually still alive in the Avatar. They have it in some residue floating. Oh, and by the way, I got pregnant somehow by the goddess. Okay, well, hold on. Oh, now you gave birth. Like, there's just a lot of issue I had with it, but I overlooked it when you see the rest of the story like play out and they explain it further, and how, you know, the goddess or their god basically granted her a daughter to live and be connected to her. So
I mean, but also look at how James Cameron does his movies, though. Like, he'll give you some of the story, but then he'll fill it in 2 movies later on how what really happens. So
I know, and but that's why it's such a good movie. Though. It's like it's filling in plot holes or filling in holes that you're like, I was not anywhere near it.
Yeah, so it's going to leave holes, but they're going to be filled in later on at some point. You just have to essentially be patient, which sucks. But the way that the whole, outside of the first one, the way the second movie was done, It was very well done, very well scripted in the fact of I liked how they just pretty much scattered out and ran. They didn't say, "Oh no, this is our home. We're gonna fight it," and blah blah blah. No,
they
fuck
did
that.
say
Get your shit
that.
and go. Yeah,
The
well,
Fury
but
did say, "This is my family. This is my home." My dad said not to leave him. My dad said to protect the people, and he's like, "This is protecting the people."
Yeah.
God, fucking leave.
Yes.
And then and spoiler alert, by the way, if you haven't, this is go fucking watch Avatar 2 before you finish this episode. Because we're going to talk about all of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very well written. My wife disagrees with me on this. Probably my favorite part outside of the story spectrum, the creatures, the water scenes were so much better done. So much better than the forest scenes. I liked all the water creatures, like Tanuka or Tatuka, whatever. The giant whales were fantastic. The designs were amazing. Their story arc was amazing. The graphics were stellar. It's just like it looked so real, and that's what James Cameron is really good at, though, is making water look like water when it's underseen, and you're like, oh, this is clearly all CGI. But
yeah,
amazing.
He's very attention to detail when it comes to some of that stuff, and wants a realistic look to a lot of his stuff. The fact that, and I didn't know it, I knew nothing about the movie going into it. The foreshadowing of the son of Stephen Lang, the what the hell, Quaritch? What the hell is his name? It's the Colonel, pretty much.
Yeah, Spider.
His son, his son being there was a foreshadowing of okay, well, there's going to be some pull back and forth of what he's really going to do once he figures out, because obviously he's not one of them. He's tolerated, but not accepted, pretty much. And so, okay, you can see that and you can see that he's not accepted, and they talk about it very well. In the very beginning of, like, within the first 10 minutes of the movie, I think it is, that they talk about how he's not accepted. He needs to go back with his own people.
Well, he was left behind because children or babies cannot be put in the cryogen.
Yes.
And so foreshadowed for fucking everything, them coming back and more.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't think he was going to be in the movie. And the fact that he was, I think made it even better. And the fact that he comes back as his own avatar along with other soldiers, and they have their own, essentially their own army of them.
But that's that's one of the biggest issues I have with Avatar 2, though, is the Colonel came back as an avatar. And yet how Jake Sully became an avatar was he had to be plugged in via the system, and then the Tree of Life, whatever, transfer the soul over to the avatar. Cool, I get it. But you're telling me that humans, Earth, could transfer into an avatar without the body even fucking on the same planet?
And that could be another thing too, that James Cameron's going to hint at later on, which I hope he does, because yes, there is more holes there in that story.
The Colonel being alive is a giant plot hole. And all they did was, here's a disc. If you're seeing this, that means I died somehow. I don't give a shit that you died. I watched Avatar 1. I know you died, you stupid fuck. I want to know how the hell you got transferred into a fucking Avatar body.
And I'm hoping that they tell that later on, of somehow they got a hold of the tree of woes, or whatever the hell they want to call it, to somehow get him transferred in some way, or figured out something along the lines, because again, it's a James Cameron movie. Somehow, some way, somebody got hooked up to something with a car battery and jumper cables and transferred over.
Look, I get them growing the avatars in the tubes. I get that. Mm-hmm. Cool, that makes sense. That's like cloning, whatever. I get it. It's all easily explained.
Well, they were doing that in the first one before they even met him.
Yeah. But they never touch base up. By the way, we're gonna try. They even hint at it to be like, we're gonna be able to take the human specimen and move it into the avatar specimen permanently.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just that's my biggest issue, is the plot hole on that. And granted, that's a great foreshadowing as well. Again, James Cameron does a great job at foreshadowing for the end of the movie, and then you're seeing Spider and all that. Like, great foreshadowing, but that was probably one of the very, very few parts where I was like, this is annoying me throughout the whole movie. I'm enjoying it, and then afterwards, I was like, oh, that's a good movie. It's like, oh, it's a great movie. How did he become an avatar? Oh, well, did you not watch the video feedback when like he's talking to himself? He's a clone, but he's an avatar clone of
Of
the human.
himself. Mm-hmm.
He has all the memories, but he doesn't know. Like, there's a lot of futuristic bullshit that goes on that is not even like slightly touched on with a 10-foot pole. It's just
Yeah. Well, I mean,
take it for what it is.
I don't think James Cameron, and he never have just like completely dumping all the information into one of his movies to make sense. He leaves plot holes for a reason. I mean,
Well, yeah,
there will be
that's a big plot hole.
but and that could be a whole nother part of the next one. Is there may not be a whole lot of the firebenders that they're going to show in the third one, and they may show more of the mechanical side of how they create the avatars and download people into them. You know, the Matrix style. You never know. You may have Neo over there slapping people around, injecting human souls into these blue guppies.
Way of the Matrix.
Exactly. You want the blue or the red pill?
Human or avatar?
So, but with this one and the way that the rift between the jungle people and the water people, I do think it should have taken longer for them to be accepted into it, and more or less on how they just kind of, okay, well, here you go. Okay, now we're swimming together. We're teaching. And the 2-kid thing, like, obviously.
I get that, but they weren't accepted. That was the thing. Though, like, the chief of the water people literally said, or not literally, but basically said, because he was the chief of his village, we're going to accept him purely based off of principle. Because of that. Because he was the protector. He was the great, whatever the name was, for
how did he know people.
That? I would assume they all talk. The tree of memories or whatever. Because they all have the same memory. They all have, like, they can all talk to, what the fuck is the god's name?
But is there tree underwater? I can't remember now.
Yeah, that's underwater. Where they buried his son.
His son. That's right. His son died. Yeah, that's right.
Ewok. There we go.
Ewoks? So, okay. So Wicked comes down.
Ewok, whatever. The god in Avatar 2. Like, she's the planet, basically, on Pandora. So that makes sense to say, oh, Ewok has all the memories because of the trees that you can connect to, and when your people die, their memories get uploaded, basically like the Matrix. So I would assume, since the planet has all those neural connections on the ground that they were talking about the first one, they have to know each other, at least know of each other. Plus, there was that whole, fucking giant battle. I'm sure that made its way around. Pirates. Did you hear Jake Sully? Did you hear the Force people accepted this human, this avatar that's fake?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I do see the whole thing of their training or learning how to, be within the water and like that. And how the daughter, well, the daughter, yes, the adopted daughter never came up for air or anything. She just pretty much could do anything she wanted. She lived underwater.
Connected again. Because she's with Ewok. She's connected somehow with Ewok.
So this another one to where she's going to be.
She's an elite focus. She's gonna be focused on the next one because they already tried to play her down. This is just her having an epileptic fit. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was amazing storytelling, like just a little intricate. Hey, it's this. Mm-hmm. And for Neytiri, her stepmom, Jake's wife, basically say, "Get out, get out." Let the water people's wife come in and fix all this. to Syria. I can't say her name right. Can't say any of these fucking names right. But again, they called the humans via their avatar to come to the island where they're fucking hidden. Hey, come take a look at my daughter. No, bring the giant helicopter beast. It's okay. No, I know you're still gonna be the big blue dude. And you're gonna be an avatar. You could just hop on a flying beast, but bring the helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the thing with the GPS tracker in on it.
Yeah. One thing I don't want to see is I don't want them to become mechanical, as into where they start to use the ships and all that stuff that have been left behind or found or like that. I want them to stick strictly to where they're at and don't become mechanized.
I don't think they'll become mechanized, but you can already see they're starting to use the weapons.
Yes, and that's
so. Not everybody can have a flying beast.
Not yet. No, not until the volcanic dragons come out with the firebenders.
They've already stated that like the first one of, in order to be able to ride one of these, you have to it has to choose you. So they've already laid the groundwork of not everybody has one, and not everybody.
Well, do they really have to choose you? Because when the colonel went, he just pretty much went and raped one and got on top of it, and it's like you're mine now, bitch.
You really did.
Yeah, it was no choosing. It's I own you. You're mine, and nothing changed of that one. Speaking of which, what happened to the first one that he had, the big ass one, the big ass flying orange fucker? Did it die? I don't know that. I don't know the name.
Turuk Makto. Oh, I butchered that fucking one too. He didn't die. He released him. That's a good game, by the way. That's a fucking amazing game. But no, first one he released him back to the wild.
So I was waiting to see if there's anything with that one. Never did.
You. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, they're gonna bring back Turuk Makta and be like, all right, cool, because it makes sense. He released him. He's like, oh, I don't need you now anymore. Okay, cool. So he's gonna come back later on.
That's and one of the movies I do see it. One thing that there's already a theme going of one of the outcasts or the biggest baddest one they end up with. So now they have the biggest baddest, essentially a fucking whale, which one is now befriended, which was known as the outcast, and essentially they thought killed everybody.
Well, again, based upon their beliefs and everything, yeah.
And then they have the other phenomenal flying one, Turok or whatever the hell his name is. So it's only a matter of time before they take obviously they're going to have elite animals at some point when the culmination comes to the Lord of the Rings final battle style.
Well, the final battle is going to be the battle for Pandora,
yeah. And the only way to really do it is going to be all of those combined into one, which everybody knows is what's going to end up happening.
Yeah.
You're going to have a bunch of rock trolls, a fire-breathing dragon, some flying butterfly.
Musical. He's a bit of a keeper-upper. What? Disney does own it. Those rock trolls are going to come out. We're going to see fucking Princess Elsa and Spin.
Yes. So I do like the direction it's going. I hope that the movies stay outdoing the previous one. Obviously, not everyone's gonna outdo the one before, but I do think that they're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And I hope it just gets better. If they're done, they're done. So the movie quality is going to be similar to where it's at now.
That's what James Cameron cares. Probably not the most, but has to be on the top 3 most important things to him is the quality of everything has to look fucking immaculate. He's just not gonna throw it all together and be like, here you go. Yeah, oh, you can tell that's fake. You can tell that's not a real animal. Oh, okay, yeah, because it's not.
Well, yeah, that
not real.
He said he didn't want the kids to age like crazy either, so that's why he shot them all like that too. So the fact that he's paying that much attention to detail with the kids and not wanting them to age in a manner of, obviously they're all CGI anyways, so he could keep them how he wants, but the voice wise, he doesn't want to change.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he only really has to care about what Spider and Loke or Loica, whatever. That's something that didn't die. So
Spider be the only one you could really would be able to physically see change because he's human. The other ones, all the other ones are just CGI.
But they,
so, I mean, they can.
But they mentioned and played so heavily on the fact that these are not real. They're avatars. They're not real. The ones I can't think of what their fucking people are called.
Blue people.
Blue people. Oh my god. No. Oh, Nava'i. There we go. That's the forest people. But yeah. Basically.
What?
Navi, the Navi people, which is the forest people.
Oh, okay.
But they hinted so strongly that these are not. They're not like us. These are not Navis. These are human, or these are demons. These are half-bloods, whatever you want to call it. So you can already tell, like you said, the fact that all of Jake Sully's kids and himself are going to have some type of unspoken or immortal bond with some type of animal creature, which will be interesting to see if his wife gets one too, seeing as she is pure blood. She is pure Navi people. So if she doesn't get one, that says a lot for like how they want Pandora to be played out. At least in my head.
Yeah.
And then you have Kiri, who is the fucking random miracle daughter of a scientist avatar, who's connected to Iwa, and she's already connected. We saw in Avatar 2 she can control shit. She can control the plants and everything underground, which no one knew. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they somehow figure out a way to get Spider as a Navi or different race, whatever, different. That's how they're. That's what he wants. He wants to be one of them. And you already have the Colonel who is one and fucking still alive because his stupid ass son saved him.
Yeah.
That sounds really bad out of context, but whatever.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know how they would convert him over.
It has potential to be one of the best franchises if continuing down this path.
The $1 billion franchise, literally.
Yeah. So I think it's definitely got a chance to be one of the best franchise movies out there. I mean, to compete with Lord of the Rings.
MCU.
Yeah, MCU. I mean, that one's hard. That to me is hard to consider I mean, yes, it does fit franchise, I guess. I'm looking at more of like one specific story to stick with, like
Lord of the story.
Well, yeah, it is, but it has it's not branching off. You know what I mean? Like it's not branching off into different stories of characters.
One main character, yeah, I get you.
So that, I mean, like what I say, like Lord of the Rings. Then there's, I mean, you could say Harry Potter too, I guess, if you wanted to throw that in there, but I'm not a Harry Potter fan. I have a hard time putting that as a franchise when it's a series like that. I guess it'll fit, but I don't know. It's like just TV shows. I don't put it as a franchise. I guess I don't put it as a franchise. It's a TV show, I guess.
You keep saying, but I can see how it fit. You're not sure if it's a TV show.
I'm not. I know it's a TV show, but I'm not sure.
Fucking long episodes. That's a movie.
Close.
That's a fucking 90s movie. We all binge watch all 8 of those seasons.
Yes. Yeah, so we did binge watch all of Game of Thrones like crazy. That was one that we finished fairly quickly, and then, well, I should say we caught up fairly quickly. Because we started. They were on like season 5, I think, when we started watching it.
They were
so we
wrapped
had
up.
No, we had 2 seasons. I think we caught live. I think that's what it was.
Oh,
The last 2 seasons. But
I remember watching the first few episodes. I was like, this is stupid. The books are way better. And then my wife got interested. She's like, I want to watch this. Okay, and then we watched it together. I was like, oh, it's all wrapped up. Okay, let's go. But no, as long as James Cameron and his crew keeps doing what they do, I think this will go down like one of like when you think of like classic movies, at least our age and older, like classic movies. Casablanca is an instant classic because it's a world-renowned movie. Like everyone knows what the fucking movie is. Even if you've never seen it, you know about Casablanca.
I know about it, but the movie's not that good.
No, it's not. It's not a good movie. It's not the point. It was ahead of its time back when it was shot, and it was again. Avatar is way ahead of its time. Still, this is shit that's like, there's no other movie you could comparatively put close to it. Like even Lord of the Rings, yes, you can get close, but there is not as much computer animation and computer manipulation as there is in Avatar, where literally basically it's all fucking CGI. It's all fake. There's not a whole lot of realness to it. Whereas Lord of the Rings, you're like, oh, there's Legolas. Yeah, that's a real person. Just wearing ears, it's fine. Oh, there's a dwarf. Oh, he's still also a real person. There's Aragorn. Yeah, real person. Like, he broke his foot. He can't handle it. Lots of realism still involved in this fantasy world. Whereas Avatar is 100% fantasy. There's no maybe the few interactions with humans they shot with real humans, of course they did, but you're talking about like it's that much of Avatar 2, whereas the first one, a lot of it. So and the mecha suits are all CGI. There's no way they built mecha suits.
Well, I mean, do you want to look at that? I mean, you also have Star Wars. You could look at there's a shit ton of CGI in Star Wars as well, but there are also live action actors in that movie. So I mean, I get what you're saying as far as like, actual people in it opposed to CGI, which,
And I'm not saying it's not real people doing the motion, because yes, they're wearing a caption suit, they're doing everything. There are scenes where like they have to get put in makeup. Like I get it. I'm just saying, if you look at the culmination of all of it put together, it's literally minuscule, live, in quotation, realism acting inside of it, and a lot of heavy duty computer animation, CGI, overhauling it, making it look very real, manipulating everything to work perfectly. Heavy editing. Not so much in other movies or TV shows. So.
And it's. I do see what you're saying, ahead of its time and stuff like that. But I don't know if it's ahead of its time or if it's fitting in right where it needs to be right now. Because in 2000, was it 9? You said when it came out, it was ahead of its time. Then I think it's fitting in right where it's supposed to be at right now, with how everything is coming out.
Wait till next year when the third one comes out.
If they were to film it any further in the future, I don't think it would be as good, because the way that they're rolling out the digitized filming and everything else, everything is going to become worse looking, because this whole it's so irritating. The whole 4K, 8K, ignorant shit like that is you get to the point and you watch some of these movies now and you can see the makeup, you can see where the things are not blended very well, and that's the thing that's killing a lot of that stuff. If you enjoy movies for what they are, that's different. But if you enjoy movies because you're watching it for the cinematography, you're watching it for the makeup, and you're seeing that stuff, but you start to notice a lot of those things, that's where it's going to kill it, because you're going to start to notice the imperfections in a lot of the stuff that goes on. And I guess if it is a majority of it is CGI, maybe it'll be okay. Yeah, but the
You're not
blending of the
expecting
two will not
much.
work. Yeah,
Yeah.
the blending of the two won't work as well. The further into it you get.
Yeah, but I mean, I 100% agree. I could go on a whole fucking rant about how just pointless and bullshit really anything above 2K is, because it's not like it's a waste. It's a waste of the spectrum that is just not properly visible and done. It's too much, and you're dipping into the realm of realism too heavy, where now you're taking away from the actual purpose of a movie, which is to enjoy it, whether you're a cinephile or you're just there to have fun. Like, you're there, and when you start picking up on that stupid shit, you're like, oh, this is shit. The only way 4K, 8K, 10K, whatever works is when it's like a nature documentary. You're like, oh my god, I can reach out and touch that leaf. I could touch it. But it either has to be 100% real or 100% computer enhanced. There's no middle ground right now.
I would not be able to probably watch a lot of the movies and be like, oh, his makeup's all fucked up. Not like that. But if you sit me and I watch a military movie, every time I'll probably be able to point something out that's wrong, because there's something wrong in every one of them. But that's because that's on the director and the lack of input that they want to try and detail-oriented stuff that they try and do. And that's on them.
You also have stuff like they can't use proper rank, they can't use proper ribbon racks. Like, there's a lot of like legality of that, which is
there's
fine.
No legality in that. They can. They don't do it. There's no legalities to it. There's anybody can wear a rack. There's nothing against it.
No, so anybody can wear a rack, because there was a huge documentary put about this. Is like, was it Hurt Locker? I think it was, where like people weren't wearing the proper rack, or they were calling certain ranks the improper rank compared to what they were wearing. And the director and everything sat down, like, Hollywood would not let us do that, because the what's it called? It's fucking actors and everybody's part of it. They have to be a part of it. It's like a unions guild.
Actors Guild.
Actors Guild, yeah. Yep. Specifically say you can be fined, and it's right underneath impersonating of a government official. So they won't wear the proper rack. They won't wear the proper tiles. They won't wear that, because if they make it identical for a fiction, like non-real movie, not documentary, but non-real movie, they will never match up 100%. They won't get close, because they risk the chance of somebody saying you are impersonating a military member. You are stolen valor. Like, it doesn't matter, especially with day and age today. People simply can take a small portion of a film, and we've seen it. They take a small portion of a film and be like, I can't believe they would allow this. Fuck, that is from Hurt Locker. That did not happen. It's a movie.
Give me started that fucking dog shit movie.
But that's my point, though. It's like, and then we saw it with, we're not going to touch in the realm of politics or religion, but certain world events that happened last year, or the last 2-3 years, and come to find out the media was using video game footage or movie footage, and it's like, there's a reason why, and it all comes down to not fully like, no, it's not 100% illegal, but at the same time, it is type thing. And they don't want to be associated with it. They want to say, we're representing 100% true. And the biggest thing that gets military members and these fake movies is the ribbon rack. It's like, that's not a real ribbon. That medal doesn't go with that ribbon. That's not proper. That's not how you would have this set up. And it draws it away. One of my favorite is the specialists in the armies. They call them a certain specialist. Like, that's not the right patch. I'm Air Force. I tell you that's not the right patch.
I mean, there's multiple. They're like that. I know in Top Gun, Tom Cruise wears captain rank and is called lieutenant as well. So it's, I mean, and there's.
You want to talk about stolen valor? Look at Captain Crunch.
There's all kind. Some asshole had a kangaroo too, but there's so many different ones that are different with the military movies. So, yeah, I could point out almost everyone I've ever seen. There's something, but I don't know. It's
if they do military like they did with like in Avatar 2, where you have Colonel and General. One that's very fucking unbelievable that a general's gonna be on the planet. They're not. I don't believe shit. You would never see a fucking general out there. No. But it's all fake. So it's like, this is not real. This is not even supposed to be real. That's fine. There may be like 7 different ranks above the general. Who knows? But yeah.
Now we took a couple generals out on patrols with us, but it was like everybody and their mom was out on that patrol. And if anything ever went down, they had an easy evac. But I've never seen like in Hurt Locker where a colonel is leading a fucking patrol and like, that's never, not fucking happening.
Hey, I saw simulations of that.
No, and EOD does not do counter sniper missions and go out on their own and drive their truck where the fuck they want. No, it takes 13 hours of us having a cordon for them fuckers to finish up their Xbox game and whatever else they want to do, hit the chow hall, fill up their coolers, make sure they got gas, come out, ask us, hey, you guys been out there for a while. Is the cordon set? Yes, motherfucker. We've had it set for 13 hours. Okay, we're out of water. We're out of food. I've pissed 34 times. I'm dehydrated as fuck. Yeah, nobody's around. I've already picked up the mortar that we were sitting around. I threw that bitch in a ditch. You can get in the way back. All right? I don't give a shit anymore. I'm going back because I'm hungry and I'm tired and I need some fucking water. So fuck you. Fucking EOD. Oh my gosh.
It's funny because it's like my youngest brother, we're not going to get into the military too much, but my younger brother joined the Air Force as an EOD specialist. And he joined it for a lot of the wrong reasons.
A $90,000 signing bonus?
No. He didn't get a signing bonus. There wasn't a signing bonus at the time.
Oh, shit.
Air Force doesn't do signing bonus too often. Or they did, at least when my brother and I went through. But he did because of the movies, because of Hurt Locker, a few other ones. And
sorry, if you're drawing off an inaccurate movie like that, then okay.
A lot of people did. You know it. A lot of the recruiters did. You see this? Oh my god, you guys actually do that? Yeah. No, ignore the cutscene right there.
You don't do shit like that. You can't move like that fucking bomb suit.
Sure you can. What are you talking about? 100% movability. But he joined and then he quickly goes, oh. When it got a little too surreal for him, and they literally go, you're gonna die. Like, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. You will die. And it will be because you fucked up and didn't defuse the bomb properly, or it's because you didn't see the bomb and you're going to blow up. So one way or another, you will die. And he quickly went, I don't want to do this anymore.
That's why they introduced the robots.
Robot malfunctions a lot. They're cheap.
True.
Cheap. Mars rover. It's more expensive, but it's again back to the movie side of the house though. It's so interesting, and I'm the same way. With like anytime there's any type of military correlation, I'm the first one to be like, all right, let's talk about all the discrepancies here. Okay, let's see how pissed off I'm gonna be. That's not real. No, there's not that many rounds in that type of gun. Nope, that's fake.
Yeah.
Nope, that doesn't have an extended mag. It's not possible. No, you don't put a scope on that one. No, you're fucking stupid. That's not how this works. Oh, you took that in the water? Oh. You're telling me it still shoots 100% with no issue? Oh, okay. Mine didn't when it was just raining, but okay. Submerge your bitch. So, like, I get it. But I also know, purely based off of documents, because I watch a lot, is most directors and producers will stay away from accurately portraying unless it's like the American Sniper, where it was very crucial to portray Kyle correctly and his entire crew, right rank, right ribbon, all that, and also like shooting properly. So this pistol somehow holding 40 rounds and not ever need to be reloaded in 20 minutes of gunfight. That's fine.
I enjoyed that movie.
American Sniper?
Yes, I did. I enjoyed that one.
I enjoy a lot of the military movies.
I'm picky, I guess. It was one that like American Sniper. I really enjoyed. I like Bradley Cooper as well, but that one just kind of, and that one got me at the end too. I cried like a fucking bitch in it.
It's almost like you
Got a
didn't
little
know what happened.
emotional. I knew what happened. It was just the whole thing of like
Yeah.
the end of it and the ceremony and all that shit. Just kind of like, okay.
Yeah. No, it got me too. The other one that got me pretty hard, and it's because I like there's ties with like my career, my dad's career with the movie and like how it all played out. But the
Small
13th
soldiers.
hour.
Oh.
That's your wife's story. Small soldier. It's what's in your pants.
We're the Gorgonites.
Such a solid movie too.
It
But
is.
no, like the 13th hour, or
Mhm.
that was one of those like
The Benghazi.
loved it. Yep, I loved it. I'm very familiar with a lot of shit that will never be revealed for another like 50, 60 years. Never be declassified. I'm very familiar with all the classified information. And it's just one of those like knowing everything, seeing the movie and how very accurate it was. There's so much of it that just like I can't watch the movie with one just being super fucking pissed off. By the end of it, I'm enraged. It's like I can't even tell you. Oh no, actually, this is what they're leaving out. Oh, did you know X, Y, Z? Because again, that's fine. But then at the same time, it's such an accurate portrayal of what really happened, or as real of a portrayal as it could be with again giving certain information away. And then at the same time, just all the lives lost. It was just one of those where like, yep, this just ruined a bunch of families. This is real. This is very like this is not make believe. So real military movies based off of real events tend to get me a lot harder, and just one of those where like I'm either gonna be very upset or I'm gonna be super pissed off. Very seldom, man. I'm gonna be like, "Oh, that was a good movie. Let me watch it again." It's okay. You got me there. You fucking won. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom now. Or it's you fucking piece of, and I just go off. My wife won't watch military movies with me. And
it is tough at times.
Yeah. But there, we could do a whole fucking like month long of military shit.
We can do one.
Bring on random military people. So how do you feel about this movie?
Yeah.
Right, you like that one? How do you feel about these? Do you believe Top Gun was an accurate portrayal? How do you feel about Hurt Locker? Alright. It's good to know. So you signed up for the bonus. Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
But like I said before, I had no problem separating like real military from fake. I mean, like Avatar 2, clearly fake. Nothing about the movie's real. There's no real implications at all. There's no real innuendos of this is all properly done. And actually, thinking back now, I don't remember them ever showing the rank of the general.
I think you just referred to as general.
Yeah.
You like the first one. But to be clear, also, I don't consider Avatar 1 or 2 to be a military movie. Just to clarify, these are not military movies at all. They just kind of got us in a direction of military movies. Yeah. These are not military movies.
There's a general in it, but yeah. Speaking, what was it? I overheard somebody in the movie theater when we were watching Avatar 2 of there was a scene where like, what were we supposed to do with the Na'vi people? They were here first. And it's like, one of the, I don't want to say bleeding hearts, but one of the sympathizers who were just trying to say, no, we shouldn't kill them. We need to befriend them. We need to like do all this stuff. Repeating what the scientists said back in the Avatar 1. I overheard somebody in the theater just go, just do what we did. Kill them all. Take it over. I fucking lost it. Like, I laughed, and my wife's like, don't fucking laugh at that. I was like, it's true. My fucking ancestors didn't do it. Somebody did. It wasn't mine. I could prove my bloodline. And she's like, you can't laugh at that shit. I was like, it was funny. because it was so subtly said that unless you were really like paying attention, or you have like ADHD, you just pay attention to fucking all sounds around you, you would never pick it up on. But I heard it, I looked back, I just smiled, I laughed, I was like, all right, that's good. He's not wrong.
Oh
That's what
no.
we did. But I was like, oh my god. Yep, going down for that one. But and I think in the video too, they're in the movie, they even said, it's fine, we'll just wipe out all the indigenous people. What could go wrong? I think it's funny. You're coming from Earth and you're asking what could go wrong. Not like we had generation after generation of this, but okay. Somebody failed social studies and history. Awesome. But the movie overall, though, is just it's so good. The storyline's good. Again, spoilers: Spider saving his fucking dad, or not even his dad, his avatar dad.
Yeah.
Oh, pissed me off. I literally gritted my teeth. I was like, "You fucking serious?" My wife's like, "What?" And you literally just see him like looking at the camera, and he goes, "Ah." He turns back around like, "This motherfucker. This is why there's gonna be a third one. It's Spider's fucking fault. You stupid bitch. If this is not Way of the Spider next one, I'm pissed." like I could already tell. I'm already predicting that the third one we're gonna see the Spider either become an avatar or go back to the humans and be like, "Hey, you made my dad one, make me one." Because why not? They have the technology clearly. And the dad's gonna have to be like, "No, you don't want to do this. You don't want to be this demon, this beast. Why would you want to do that?" "I love Kiri." "Oh, okay, here you go." And then it's gonna come down to the point where Jake is gonna work with the Colonel. It's inevitable. They're going to work together
against Spider.
Spider will work with them too, but yes.
He's the downfall of everything.
Oh yeah, and so is the what's that one kid? The one son, Luika or whatever. Loak. He befriended the giant whale. That kid pissed me off too, especially when they rode out to sea. "Hey, let me show you this real thing." Peer pressure. You suck. And my wife's like, "They're gonna leave him there." You think so? You think they would actually incorporate? Yeah, that's fucking that's male behavior right there. Hey, real hunters hunt outside the reef. "Oh, I'm not supposed to." "Oh, that's okay. I mean, I understand you're not a real hunter. You don't want to be one of us." Wait. I'll go. There you go. You fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're gonna leave him out there. And the shark scene was awesome. So,
oh yeah, I mean the whole movie was great.
Not the killing of the whales. That was a little sad. They killed the baby whale. Which they didn't show. You don't have to kill the baby whale or baby animal. Just
gotta go. It's in the way.
You need to fucking go tell the directors of Bambi that then. They left Bambi alive. We killed the mom and the dad.
That bitch leaped around over the wrong mountain, wrong cliff. She jumped. Shouldn't have. She would have just stopped. She'd have been fine.
I say every time I see a fucking deer, just stop. You don't have to die today.
Yeah.
Okay, in this road.
No.
My insurance will not cover it anymore.
Yeah.
Fucking cost me my life here. I'm excited though for Avatar 3, 4, and 5, but mostly 3. Only 2 years, under 2 years out from it, so it will be interesting to see what they do with everything.
It's out 2024 is when it comes out.
Yeah, December 20th to 24th. So that's right dumb. Before Christmas. So, I mean, I like that better than saying here's another Avatar this year, because that gives you a whole year to one, rewatch it. That's what we're all gonna do. But then two, it doesn't feel rushed, That tends to be the downside of a lot of series or a lot of sequels, is if it feels rushed, then it instantly gets a worse review right out the back. I mean, look, fucking Kevin Feige had to say, "Oh, hey, we're going to quality over quantity, so we're gonna push back 6 of these movies from Phase 4, and they're now gonna be released later on, rather than releasing all 20 plus fucking series inside of this year or this year and a half. So now we get 2 years of Phase 4."
I still think they're fucking themselves doing that, but who knows?
Well, hey, people like you can catch up now.
Yeah, but your actors are going to age, and it's going to make it
fine.
A little more difficult. I mean, you're damn near lost Hawkeye, so who knows what's next?
Look, that was his own fault.
Yes.
And finding that out really like annoyed me. It was like, you stupid fuck. How did you let your own your snowplow run you over? Just come on. You know better. But
you would think so, but yeah, he
did get released from the hospital today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that.
A lot worse than what I thought it was. Well, a lot of people thought it was.
Well, yeah, because again, that's
how they fucking died.
So
yeah,
I saw a dark joke there where it's like, it's fine. You couldn't hear it. Everyone knows Hawkeye's deaf, and he's just hearing it. I was like, look, it's funny, but literally just happened less than 2 days ago. Give it a month. Chill out.
A couple more days and be fine.
So, I got a really funny joke I can't say on the podcast.
Oh, whatever.
You'll hear it later, and you'll see why it's not. You want to talk about being canceled? Joke from 80 years ago, it'll get me canceled really quick.
Let's wrap this up so I can hear the joke then. I want to hear it.
Well, no, we gotta wrap it up also because we're at that time. But regardless, you recommend go see Avatar 2 if you haven't already. It will be out on Disney Plus here, I think, in the next month or two. So I will rewatch it then.
Is the first one on Disney Plus?
Yep, it is. That's how I watched it. So I was like, I did not know Disney owns this. 20th Century. That's why they own it. They own 20th Century.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. I didn't know it was on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I'll have to.
Now, when Avatar 2 comes out, you can watch that one again.
Yeah.
And hey, who knows? Maybe they'll be on WWE too. So.
Who knows?
Who knows what's on? But great movie, great time. Definitely recommend it. Can't wait for the third one. That's all I have. Without going on a tyrant about military other shit. So, or how?
Yeah, but definitely check out Avatar 1, Avatar 2, and any of your Avatar abilities with firebending and water shooting.
Just to be clear, we know they're not the same. Okay, it's just funny. Just funny.
They are the same. It's James Cameron's version of anime, live action anime.
Sig knows. Hey, the Avatar movie, Last Airbender movie was okay. You shut your mouth.
I didn't say it was bad. I never said one bad thing about the movie.
Sig knows Avatar and Avatar Last Airbending are totally separate, not the same.
It's Last Airbender, not Airbending.
Whatever. Totally different.
But you know it.
Totally different. Rago, on the other hand, may be saying
there's a blue character, then there's a small Asian kid with an arrow that sticks out down his forehead. Yes, we know this. And he rides a gigantic woolly mammoth. So, or Falcor on steroids. However you want to look at it. Anyways, check those movies out. Let us know what you think. If you completely disagree with us, well, you're wrong. Because there's nothing wrong with these movies. But, anyways... We're gonna get out of here.
If you want to give Rago a piece of shit, do that. Come on.
Go ahead, please. Anybody come and argue with me. I want to argue. I'm fine with it. I'll argue with you. Yeah, because I want to prove somebody else wrong. Please, somebody else come on so I can prove they're wrong. All right? Yes, cool. Bye, bitch.